Hello, my name is Naama Connor-Gal. I'm honored to have the opportunity today to take part in this incredible platform of Future Print. I really wish we all could meet in person. Talking to a live audience, it's something I miss very much, but I guess in these times, we just need to adjust to this new normal. When I was approached to talk about leadership in challenging times, I saw it as a great opportunity to share with you another side of Landa. At Landa, we like to see ourselves as a young, innovative company that is disrupting the print industry. We are introducing a totally new technology called nanography, and the presses we have in production are already changing the industry. In this session, I will show you the manufacturing side of Landa. I will tell you about our plans, show you around, and also share how we adapted to continue manufacturing without delay as COVID restrictions change the way we work. This is the side of our business that is focused on operating the most advanced production and assembly facilities where we assemble and test our presses before shipping to customers. We have been privileged to build our manufacturing from the ground up. We designed a manufacturing line that makes every step of building a press as streamlined as possible. Our manufacturing lines are state-of-the-art. Our assembly lines combine all the metal, software, electronics, and physics in the most efficient way. Together with our business targets, we have enough base to accommodate the growth of our business. This time last year, we moved into a new building, which provided us an additional 1,000 square meters of space. Since the inks we use in our print process are exclusive to Landa, we also have a nano ink plant. This is our facility where we qualify and test our inks, as well as prepare the containers to ship to customers. I now want to share this short video I recently did explaining what we do in our manufacturing plants. I will then take you on a tour with Benny Landa to see our manufacturing sites. After the video, I will join you again and give you more information about our plants. In the video, I talk about my experience, so that is why I have not spoken about it until now. I've been in this industry for the last 21 years. I played different roles on my career. 12 years ago, I was the planning manager. I was managing the material planning, production planning, and business planning, assurance of supply, delivery on time to customers. Then I moved and managed the consumables plants, the ink, the blanket, the digital plate. And then I moved to Landa, and today I'm managing the system plant here. Early 2000, I was introduced to the lean manufacturing system, and I was lucky to be one of the first pioneers in Israel to implement this method in our manufacturing production line. We also implement it in our suppliers. So actually, the entire supply chain was aligned and we all worked lean. This, of course, increased the efficiency, the capacity, and reduced the cost dramatically. After that, when I moved to be the consumables manager, I implemented the Industry 4.0. That's also a great method. Together with the lean, we took all of these great methods and we implement it today in Landa production line. On March 15th this year, due to COVID-19, the government had decided that schools are closed. And actually, the following week after, they decided on a lockdown. People couldn't go out of their home more than 100 meters, and companies had to reduce their number of employees to minimum. And only companies that are essential could keep on working. This created a lot of uncertainty and confusion among us, the Israelis, of course. We never faced this kind of situation before. And of course, it reflected our employees. They didn't know. There were a lot of questions coming from them. Is it safe to come to work? How many people could work at the same space? Could we keep on supporting our customers? What about installation? What about Landa? Is it considered to be an essential company? Our employees were waiting for solutions.
And this is where leadership has to step in and give solution. The most important thing that we decided to do immediately is to be transparent to our employee and actually communicate any information that we know. We will communicate it as fast as we can to our employees. We are actually familiar with crisis. It wasn't the first crisis that we had, but not as 2008 crisis, the recession. This time it's a health crisis. And we really care about the health and safety of our employees. So this time I thought that I should approach it globally and not internally also. So I started actually to use the network and my colleagues abroad and in Israel and ask them for their advice and check what they did in this crisis and how their company behaved. And I took their great advices and brought them back into the company. Then we established a forum with several disciplines inside Landa, the R&D, procurement, engineering. So we will be aligned on the message that we tell our employees. Sometimes we even share the same floor and want to be totally aligned. Then we actually established a daily manufacturing staff meeting every evening with a video conferences where we're talking about the problems that we had today, what are the solutions, and we communicated immediately to our employees. And the last thing is that some employees had special problems, and special problems need special solutions. And we gave each employee a customized solution. So we established 5 key points. The first one was to do the same things as we did, but in a different way. We understood that we couldn't keep on working as we did before. So we moved a lot to remote and to virtual. Things as sign-offs moved it to be virtual, actually with a camera that the customer is on the other side of the globe, looking at the machine operating, working, and then looking at the outputs through the camera. So this was very successfully. Second thing we decided was to hold on to our good employees. We know when this crisis is over, and it will be over, we will need them. Our good employees were actually sent to service, to R&D, to other departments, because we know that once they're there, they will learn new things. And when this crisis is over, they will get back to us as experts. The third thing we decided that it's time to plan the future. We actually have to adjust our short-term strategy to the situation that exists today with the COVID-19 and our long-term strategy to the day after. The fourth thing that we decided is that it's actually a good time to add value to our customers. We're continually improving our machine, we continually have new features coming in, and it's a good time to assemble them in our production line and then ship it to the customer. The fifth thing and the last one is investment. While other companies tighten the belt, we decide to invest in people, invest in training. So once this challenging time is over, we will emerge strongly. Before we finish, Benny, Landa and I would like to take you to a tour in our production facilities to show you how we work during those days.
Hello, I'm Benny Landa. I'm the chairman of the Landa Group, and I'm honored to host you today for a tour of Landa Digital Printing's manufacturing plants. We have 3 plants in all. We have 2 systems plants and 1 consumables plant. Today we have installations in Asia, in North America, in Central America, in Europe. All of these machines are built in our systems plants. We're now presently in systems plant number 1. In the both systems plant together, we have about 15 bays. A bay is the area designated for the manufacture of the machines. In addition to those bays, we have many, many machines that we use in research and development, of course. And so we're now going to visit these plants on the ground. So, time to go on the tour. Come with me. Okay, so here we are in systems plant number 1. And who's waiting for us here? Naama, our systems plant manager. Naama, hello.
Hi, Benny. Good to see you here.
Good to see you. So Naama, you're going to host our visitors for a tour of the plant and explain to them what we do here.
Yes, absolutely. You know, we are working here in full capacity. We are working 5 days a week, 2 shifts a day. Any bay of us can accommodate any of our products, so we could work in full capacity and be efficient. So let me show you around.
Great, wonderful. Let's go for it.
Let's go. I love all the presses, but this press is unique because it is a double delivery press. It actually enhances the efficiency of our customers, and it can run multiple jobs and sort the jobs one from the other. This press planned to pack very soon and ship to the US. This press also is a double delivery press, and we plan to ship it to the US also very, very soon. So I hope you enjoyed System Plant 1 tour. Let me take you to System Plant 2. So welcome to System Plant 2. We produce here the entire portfolio. We produce here S10, S10P, and W presses.
So I'm not sure everyone knows what a W10 press is. That's our flexible packaging press. Though we've announced it, we aren't yet shipping, but they are producing spectacular results. A flexible packaging press prints on this, on plastic, on paper for packaging. It's a continuous web or roll-fed press, but the same spectacular quality that we get on our sheet-fed presses. Now, Amma, tell me something. We're going to continue the tour of this factory, but I'd like to understand, how have you managed during the COVID crisis?
You know that during the entire COVID-19 and the lockdown, we kept on working. We never missed a day. We worked here and shipped customers' presses. We kept all the healthy safety precautions, and we never missed a day.
That's fantastic. That's super great. So let's continue now. What you see in the far corner is another S10P. Do you know where that one's going?
This one goes to Europe.
To Europe, right. And the other one, the previous one?
The other one goes to the US.
Great, great. And here, another S10, that's for folding carton, prints on one side a folding carton. And you can see it's in final stages of testing before shipment to a customer. I don't know if you know where that one's going.
To the US also.
The US, great. And here we have another W10, spectacular results and absolutely wonderful, wonderful operation. So I just want to thank you so much, Naama, for this tour. I think time has come for me now to take our guests to our system, to our plant number 3, which is consumables. That's ink and blankets. And I want to thank you so much.
Thank you for coming, Ben. It was a pleasure to have you here.
The pleasure was being with you, Naama. You and your team do a spectacular job. These are amazing operations. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hello, here we are in our nano ink plant. I'm very pleased to welcome you here. I'd like to introduce you to Tomer. Tomer runs all of Landa Digital Printing's consumables operations. And we're gonna give you a little tour of this ink plant.
Hi, basically we're not going to show you the whole plant because this is the first time actually that someone has entered the ink facilities, but we show you only the final stage of the packaging.
Now, what's special about this plant is not just the degree of automation and the sophistication of the technology, but of course the ink itself, because it is this nano pigment ink responsible for so many of the benefits of nanography, such as the huge broad color gamut that we have, the total absence of scatter from the images, the thinness of the images, the ability to bond onto a huge range of substrates without any kind of primer or pre-treatment. All that comes from this core nano ink produced by Tomer in this plant. So, Tomer, we're gonna let them look around.
No, only for the blanket plants.
So you and I will go on to the blanket plant and you can have a look around the ink plant. We'll meet you at the blankets, right?
Let's go.
Thank you. Okay, so here we are in our blanket assembly hall. Tomer, this is your operation. Maybe you'll explain what we do here.
Okay, so welcome again. What we're doing here is taking the continuous roll of blankets and we unwind it into 11 meters. So afterwards, we trim it and we add the blanket guide into it.
Now, it might seem to you that a blanket that is so thin and so flexible isn't strong. Well, in this case, the blanket is super strong. It has a tremendous tensile strength. That's what enables us to get such very high quality printing. After all, the blanket is at the heart of our printing process. The blanket receives the jetted ink images, it transports them into the dryer where the water is evaporated and they turn into a 500 nanometer thin film, and then it transfers that film onto the final substrate, whether that substrate is paper, carton, or plastic. Tomer, thank you so much. It's been a great visit to our consumables plants. Thank you very much. I'm sure our visitors all enjoyed it greatly. Thank you so much. Well, folks, that wraps it up for today. I hope you've enjoyed the tour of our manufacturing facilities, and I hope you've seen from everything that we've shown you how committed Landa Digital Printing is to lead the printing industry in the digital era. Thank you for joining us.
I'm glad I could show you the video of myself and Benny touring the Landa manufacturing plants. We filmed it just a month ago. I do hope you will be able to come and visit our plants very soon. Anyway, in case you didn't catch all the information, we have 3 manufacturing plants at Landa. Together, these plants cover more than 10,000 square meters. The plants are in Rehovot, Israel. 2 of our plants for presses manufacturing, and 1 plant is for consumable manufacturing, for the ink and preparing the Landa imaging blanket for shipping. In these plants, we work 2 shifts a day, 5 days a week. Our manufacturing operations demonstrate Landa commitment to making nanographic technology the digital technology of choice for mainstream printing production. Our facilities achieve top performance in sustainability, site administration for water saving, energy efficiency, material selection, and indoor environmental quality. Our nano ink plant was built according to the highest environmental standards. Our facilities are also ISO 14001 certified. Of course, we also have all the other ISO standards in place. In our system production lines, we have a 15 system base, in which any product model of our Landa nanographic printing presses can be assembled for a new customer. It doesn't matter if the bay accommodates a Landa S10, a Landa S10P, or a Landa W press. As I explained in my video, the first COVID lockdown influenced us to make many changes in how we manufacture. As I speak to you today, here in Israel, we are now in another lockdown. Israel has recently responded to the second wave of the virus by going into a second lockdown. What we accomplished in our adaptability in March is now paying off. In March, when we first had to respond to the new way of working, we implemented what we called the Capsule approach. We divided our manufacturing teams into very small units. This is what we call the Capsule. Each capsule was given a shift in a day to work. By having our teams in these small units, that allowed us working together. We could better control a safe environment with fewer people on production floor, but still ensure that the team was in full cooperation and engagement with each other. Our most important goal is the safety and the health of our employees. As a leader, I will continue to follow the 5 principles that became an important part on my daily management style. I will continue to do as much as I can the same, but still remain open to innovation and seek better and different ways of doing things. My staff will always be my richest asset. I will continue to develop and enrich them with knowledge to enable them to do the same things differently and better. I will continue to be optimistic in planning for growth. This will involve the way of business that is safe for my team to keep social distance, but also make sure that the workplace is a fun place to be and safe. I will put my customers first and ensure that what I do always will add value to their business. And lastly, As a leader, it will always come down to bottom line numbers. From that perspective, I will always look at what matters most and make sure to invest there. To conclude, I want to thank FuturePrint again for the opportunity to be the keynote speaker. 2020 has been quite a challenge year for us all. So well done for adopting to the current new way of business and taking this conference online. Communication and information sharing is what empowers us, and I am very grateful for this summit. Hope to be more involved with FuturePrint. I'm glad to be part of the summit and keep updated with information from the industry. May I wish us all stay healthy. I hope we will be able to meet up and face-to-face very soon. If you have any questions for me, please reach me out via FuturePrint or my email. Thank you.